smiling all the way home. At one point in my career I worked for a major telecom. We did tech support for their VoIP product. Their documentation was lacking and I worked in their escalation team. To make things easier for me, I built my own website with screenshots of the interface for their device along with common routers. To explain what to do for analysts that called me, mostly just to make life easier for me. But it was significantly better than their documentation, so many people used it to do their job. The company has a term-to-perm contract with the union that said if anyone was still employed after 3 years, the company had to make a permanent position available for them. I was nearing on my 3 years but was already planning to quit to go to college. One day I came in and was immediately called in to meet with the managers. They pulled the corporate playbook combo move. 1. We did a random audit and found you used your computer for personal use. We are giving you a letter of warning for that. Sign here. 2. We're giving you a personal review right now. If you have a letter of warning, the highest rating we can issue is needs improvement, so we're giving you that rating. Sign here. 3. Your contract states if your needs improvement at any time you can be job completed. This isn't a termination. We are simply calling your contract complete early. Security will walk you out. So after they walked me out, I listened to happy music the whole drive home. Why, you ask? Enter malicious compliance. The documentation I created was on my own website, was not sanctioned by work. And as it was on my own website, it had proprietary information that I shouldn't have. But also their traffic didn't benefit me as I was no longer employed. So naturally I took the whole website down. From the start, I had configured the whole site to force refreshes anytime the pages loaded so they couldn't use cached data. I got calls from my coworkers that night that suddenly the entire department had no idea how to do their job. Love how they make sure to play games not to let anyone become a permanent employee. Wish you could have seen the metrics over that 6-month stretch. My God, dude literally didn't even have to do anything. Just sign LMAO. This is an awesome story. Wow. I did something like that while I was working in the support department at a network hardware company. On my own, I created a screenshot simulator training tool that actually went up the line and was used by hundreds of people in the company to help them do their job. Everyone, including all of management, loved it. Later, I was authoring knowledge base articles. Bummer. The way yours turned out. I'd be tempted to put a redirect to Goatsy, Tubgirl, Lemon Party or some other shock site. Cause a few cases of people looking at inappropriate content at work. Reminds me when a friend was let go by major life insurer in one of their regular purges of older workers. He worked 24/7 after September 11, 2001 to restore from backup and get systems up again. The decision makers had no clue what he did. Turns out, he was the only one who knew how to do his job. Our pro-revenge served very cold. Must have been earlier days of interwebs. Because if that was found out, it is very embarrassing for the company if someone stumbled across your website. Management does not care at all. They don't understand the technology or the techies, or how anything is done anyway. Their attitude is basically, the techies will figure it out. That's what they do. I'll admit I'm thinking that these days you could have had your phone out and the site offline as you were walking out the door. Did the telco happen to start with V? Well played. I hate when businesses do everything they can to keep from honoring their own policies. Please tell me the personal traffic was when you were accessing the site you made to make work easier. Sounds like their management needs improvement. I did something like this to a former landlord. I ran his website. Time comes to renew lease and he decided to triple our rent. I don't renew, find better place, and take his site down. But I didn't just take it down. I redirected the URL to a review site with his 2-star overall rating and a bunch of horror stories from former tenants. He closed his offices a few months later and filed for bankruptcy not long after that. It sounds like the line-level fellow employees got punished, but you didn't indicate they did you wrong. Did you ever discover what, if any, fallout there was for the company? Op is playing 4D chess and corporate chumps are playing tic-tac-toe. I hope it wasn't a typo because term to perm needs to be a thing lol. Well played. Out of sheer interest, wasn't there an intellectual property clause in the contract, which this would fall under? You made docs to do your work for a company, potentially on company time? So the docs would be company asset? Hold on. So you have created website with company data without permission on public internet, and then destroyed it even though it was likely company property from the legal point of view? Sounds you got lucky they didn't prosecute. They would likely have very good grounds to do so. Great revenge story, but no malicious compliance here.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.